posted on our
Yeah, we're
page
live.
as well. All right.
We're live.
You live.
What's
Let's
popping,
go.
everybody?
Well,
We had some news. We got some news actually yesterday. A bunch of news.
some nudes.
You say you got some nudes?
That's what you just said.
Oh, shit.
That's what you're thinking about?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Theory was
The
getting
mine's in the gutter.
Wild Theory was getting news. We were getting news. About
I
Wano.
got nudes from the Reverie, man.
Vivi?
Oh, well, I wish.
Vivi's nudes?
Yo, that's mad hype.
Supposedly, we're gonna get the finale of Reverie. I believe Reverie is gonna be a transition arc. I don't feel like it's gonna be a whole. I don't feel like it's gonna be that long, at least.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
To
I think
Wano.
it's gonna be like Zoe. It's gonna be a bit like Zoe.
Yeah, pretty much. But
20
sure.
chapters.
Or like how Blackbeard became.
I've kind of been thrown off. It's thrown my complete prediction of how the series is going to go off. Like, I thought it was either going to be a side bit, which it seems it might be doing that, or it's going to be after Wano Kuni. I didn't expect it to be in between.
Well, I felt like it's gonna happen soon because if we get the finale of Whole Cake Island, then we get Germa's true intentions. Then the Reverie should come into play right after. Right?
True, exactly. But it's just weird to me how I thought the Reverie was going to be a big. Well, obviously it will be a big deal, but it was going to drag on a little bit because it's a big thing. Like, there's a lot that's going to happen. So for it to happen, so for Whole Cake to end next year and Wano Kuni to start next year, and then the Reverie in between to start and finish, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I mean, then that dragon is gonna show up to the Reverie. I know we talked about that about dragon. You know, that being his intention to go to the Reverie. That's why he called all his commanders. Does that really happen though?
I think so.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna like have to call all his commanders because like the one thing I want to see soon is like Stelly. Like Stelly meeting Sabo to me is like almost like guaranteed. So I feel that's why like it makes sense that he would actually invade the Reverie now. That he's like built up a good name and army and shit like that.
We were talking about also as far as the admirals that's going to be at the Reverie. Who do you guys predict is going to
I
be
feel
there?
like Akainu has to be there for sure, and I don't
Green
know.
Bull.
What,
Do we see Green Bull?
I think
Nah, I think Green Bull will be Wano.
Green Bull.
Yeah.
Nah.
I think
Fujitora
maybe
is at Wano.
Kizaru. I think Kizaru will probably be there.
like would Fuji be there though if he's not allowed there back? Like,
Fuji's not allowed there. You're right, DGK. Exactly.
Well, why is
Yeah,
Fuji's
Fuji's not-
Until he captures Luffy, he's not allowed.
yeah. So I feel like it's just honestly just gonna be Akainu and maybe Kong.
Does that
obviously.
mean Luffy's gonna be at the Reverie because Fuji's gonna capture him? No, I'm messing.
Whoa, I don't know about that. I think
And is
Akainu
that how he would meet Dragon? That'd be crazy.
the first time meeting Dragon. You think Luffy pulls a Sasuke and just invades the Reverie?
Yeah, just
That'd be crazy.
fights the Lightning King.
Like no.
He fights A.
I definitely don't think Luffy. Wait, you said it again?
No, I was saying, like, you know, the Lightning King, he's gonna fight A, so we have a Killer B, and then it's A, I think his name is.
Yeah, right.
Hey, you never.
Yeah,
You
the
never
biggest
know.
thing to me for the Reverie is gonna be the King of Elusia, or Lucia, however you want to say it. It's gonna
Yeah.
like talk about Dragon. And that's probably when Dragon's gonna end up showing up after he's like, oh, I told you guys, like, you know, told you he was a big pain in the ass before, but you guys ignored it 10 years ago.
If Dragon does show up at the Reverie, like everything that would be crazy because if he shows up, it's for action, right? It's not just for. Would he show up to the Reverie just to talk? Would he do that?
I think he will.
man.
I think he's gonna say something like declare war or something, like he's finally have all the preparations he needs.
Yeah, what if it was like
They're all at war.
Toby from Naruto, like sits on the desk and he's
That's
like,
what I see happening.
yeah, like I
see
own
that.
10 tails. I'm gonna do the infinite Tsukiyomi.
It would be interesting if he did.
Even if Dragon wasn't there,
I
I
see a
feel like there's
similarity.
going to be some tension because on the one side we have the Marines, on the other side we have Luffy fans, basically, like
Yeah.
Vivi, Shiroshi. And also, if Reiju becomes, for example, the head of German 66, and she goes to the Reverie as well, because we can assume that the merging of German 66 with Big Mom is probably going to fail, and she's the new head. right? She's going to be an ally to Luffy as well. So I feel some tension already.
But if I think another thing as well is there's the discussion that before any of the revolutionary stuff goes down, the discussion that will be brought up by King Riku is the warlords and getting rid of them.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be brought up.
That and like another big thing too would be the Cobra, right? Lose my voice.
Cobra's
Yeah.
talking about
Cobra,
Princeton and stuff.
Yeah,
He's gonna talk about
because
that. That'll be, I
Cobra.
think, the big point for everything is like, why do us like as kings have like certain lands, but why do I of everyone else have like the sand land, like the shit land?
No, that's not what he wants to discuss.
He wants to know about the
He
poneglyphs,
wants
all the
to
information that they're
discuss
asking.
the poneglyph and why you have to keep it a secret.
Yeah, but he also I thought he wanted to talk about why his people have that land specifically versus everyone else.
Oh,
that was
well,
the biggest thing.
that's to do with the Void Century because his family, the Neferati,
No, they did something.
they were
No,
supposed to be celestial dragons, but they didn't join.
Right, but that's my point. Is like he wants to ask them why, like what happened and everything.
Yeah.
And like in front of every other king.
I mean, the thing is,
I think
and actually overthrow Cobra and those guys once they get on the whole topic of Luffy, because he's gonna die really soon. So
Cobra.
Cobra?
Yeah.
Ooh.
He's already sick.
Assassination.
I wouldn't be surprised if like he either gets assassinated or he dies, and it's up to Vivi to do something.
Right.
Ooh. What if Walpole assassinates him? So I just watched a video of him like slapping BB ages ago. Like he just tried to start a war essentially. Like that would be crazy if he assassinated.
Walpole.
Like he doesn't like Nefertari at all.
Another Bellamy.
Oh, Fruit, we're talking about the news about Wano and the Reverie.
What's the news?
Supposedly the Reverie, Whole Cake Island finale, and Wano is going to happen in 2017.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Link the article.
You've been asleep this whole time, bro?
Yeah, I literally woke up 3 minutes ago. I just brushed my teeth.
Well, welcome back to the world of the living.
Yeah. real quick, just side note: did you guys see the spoiler panel yet? From
No,
the
don't say it. Don't say
Oh,
it.
dude, what the fuck, bro? I gotta get this guy out of my life. Stop talking about spoilers. You're tempting me too hard.
It's just one panel, but you know, yeah, it's there.
It's a panel. Is it legit or it's some?
No, it's legit and it's pretty crazy.
Oh man, I'm going to fucking Oro Jackson. Jesus Christ.
Rube, don't do it. This like
Okay.
what if it was like some Gear 4 level hype, right? And you ruined it for yourself a second time.
It's fine. This is a dog shit panel. No one cares about this.
Right.
Hold on, let me. This is.
Yeah.
This is crazy. It's nothing. You can't really.
Seems like
I mean, it depends
seems
on
like
what's
they're
saying.
yelling because they know what's happening to Pudding or something.
Yeah. Well, if he's
He's
saying what's
pretty-
happening,
Whoa!
but
Stop saying names and
it's a
stuff.
fact though that we're going back to those people.
Oreva con
I don't want to know any more than that.
It says the translation
Yeah,
under
no,
it, but
like-
yeah, don't say anything.
I don't know if this is a
Is
spoiler,
it-
but
He's saying, "I'm not the kind of person to die here."
It says the translation under it, but don't say
Oh, I
anything.
didn't know that. Wait,
Was for the new
Image-
chapter?
Image doesn't have the translation,
Yeah,
so
Now we know who
No
to be
spoilers.
though. Oh man.
Can someone link the
people
article?
saying the link. All right, we're gonna link it. If you want to click on it, you can click on it, yo. That's up to you.
Post the picture.
Link it, DDK in the chat. It's not. I don't feel like this is a spoiler. This tells me nothing.
Yeah,
This doesn't tell me anything.
Because you know,
yeah.
Or you're not.
You need to build up to that moment.
Oh,
is there a
you-
way to like block a website?
Okay. Block what website?
I need to block Oro Jackson.
You can't-
I don't think
I
I've
don't
read
think
a
you-
One Piece chapter before the spoilers in the past 10 chapters.
Why keep going to the spoilers? You can't resist.
Yeah, well, because I have
I've
nothing
done
to
it for a
do.
while now.
I have nothing to do Wednesday morning, so I just fucking read the spoilers.
I don't know. I stay away from the spoilers. It makes reading the chapters more enjoyable.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously that's why I want to fucking stop, but I just can't help myself.
You're an idiot.
One Piece craving.
addicted.
All right, never mind. I'm gonna fucking read this article.
Yeah, back to
Yeah, but
Reverie, guy.
He said back to Reverie.
Yeah,
So
back
like,
to
Yeah.
Reverie.
like if they do show up though, like the thing is, let's imagine right, someone like Kong and Akainu and like whoever else is up there. Like, obviously Dragon is OP. Don't get me wrong. I think he's stronger than Akainu for sure. But
Who,
like,
Kong?
is he? No. Well, Kong is, yeah. But like I'm saying, Dragon. I think Dragon is on like right below. I think Kong level. I think Kong's like is.
Wait, how strong do you think this
Nah.
Kong guy is, bro?
I think
Nah.
he's still like. I think he's above Garp and Sengoku.
Your Kong,
I don't
Kong
think
is
that's true, man.
Kong is the last line of defense, so
Yeah,
he has
'cause,
to
like,
be a pretty big monster.
yeah.
But
Because
he's
if
old though.
yeah,
Wait,
but
wait.
if
Let me throw it at you like this. He's been old since Garp and Sengoku were old.
Yeah.
Like,
So
so
he's
how
immortal?
old is he now?
but the thing that
Like hundreds of years old.
the way I see it, right, is like if someone like Sengoku, right, stepped down, then Akainu came up, and Kong was eventually Fleet Admiral at one point, and then he stepped down, Sengoku came up. Why hasn't Fleet Admiral's Commander in Chief position been taken out by someone else yet? It's because
Wait.
they have no one suitable yet.
Hold on, I'm reading this article. I don't know if you guys have said this already, but like the wording on it is really weird because it says the Whole Cake Island arc, the Reverie, and it says the Wano arc. It doesn't say the Reverie arc, so like I'm
Yeah,
assuming
but
the
the Reverie
Reverie.
arc is gonna have its own arc.
Yeah, it's not
Assuming
an
that,
arc.
I'm assuming it's just gonna be like how we thought it was, where it was between Wano and Whole
Oh,
Cake,
yeah.
like in the.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just to
Okay,
me like
okay.
when people saying it's this whole entire arc between the
Yeah, that's
two,
what I was. That's what I was saying. Like that's not what it seems like
I
to
was
me.
like, what?
That's why I was like, what the fuck?
Like I think it'll be like 10 to
I
20
wouldn't
chapters.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was like
I'd
you
say
know how
15.
when we end arcs we get to see reactions across the world,
Exactly,
etc.
exactly.
Yeah.
It will be one of those things where we get to see that end of the world and what's going on over there, like we did after Zo. It'd be the
Yeah.
continuation of that.
Yeah, I don't think we even get the finale to everything that happens at the Reverie. I think something happens that's crazy that we just shift
then
to
we don't-
Wano.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
Because we
don't
have to
yeah,
remember, like we have to remember also, it has been a few days already. A few days to get to Whole Cake. It's been a day on Whole Cake, and it will be one more day by the time it ends. So there's been a lot of time that's passed for both Zoro and that lot
Mhm.
as well.
Yeah, so they should be close to Wano, if not there already.
I'm
Like I said-
surprised if they're still alive, like Zoro and that, like lot, and they're on Wano Kuni. I will be shocked. Like they need to be like captured or something.
But I feel like they're gonna be in, like a safe haven, like with one of the good daimyos. I feel like there'll be kind of like maybe like in the Land of Fire, if that's still a good like place, right? Like that would make sense if they could hide them for a week or two or something.
I thought it'd be cool if like they got captured and like when they went to go save them, like they also saved Kid and whoever else was captured. So that's like how they met up with each other. I also think it would be fucking hilarious if Zoro and Kid were in the same cell.
I don't know.
Like he
about
lost to
that.
the Shogun early already.
Yeah, something like that. Or
Well, the thing
fucking
is, though, if
Kaido
they
comes
get
in himself.
Oh man.
already though, like that would be kind of crazy.
Yeah, but what if
As
Kaido
soon as
comes
they
in
get there, they're
himself? What if Kaido's like, Kozo, and he just fucking.
I think he sends one of his guys probably.
Yeah,
There's
I don't
guys
know.
and Zoro and Law take them out, then what?
Mhm.
Then what?
Who knows, dude?
Now what do you do? Because I think if he sends a commander, Zoro and Law can take out a commander.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like probably.
You guys think
Depending,
so?
unless he has like some like weird fucking power that like catches him off guard or something.
I want to add this as well. Is like when it comes to the anime, or I know there's certain translations, but they keep on calling Jack the right hand man. How do you guys feel about that?
I don't think so. I think it's
I
a
don't think so.
situation where each of the main people, right, call themselves like the right hand man, because they all think like they're like they should be, you know, like they're that loyal to Kaido that they think they're the top brass kind of thing.
Do you
I
think it would be a situation where
maybe.
Kaido he doesn't recognize a right hand? Where he's like, whoever wants to be my right hand, you have to fight for it.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah, I think like that.
You know,
Maybe.
where it kind of is like, so he has 3 right hands essentially because they never fought for the, I guess, the title of the second in command. No, but I mean, the anime has been saying the right hand multiple times.
Yeah, like
Me and Theory were talking about this as far as the bounties. If you look at that, it's I don't know. It makes sense if Jack is the right hand.
But like this
Like,
is the thing,
because
right?
we
With
see
with
Where's
with
Louis?
use of this bounty, right? Remember they said like because they go around basically killing people, that's the reason that these people are like higher bounties. So like, wouldn't it be the same? Because I feel like Kaido's crew versus Big Mom's would have like a higher bounty because they'd be doing stupid shit around the world like that.
Do you think
I think it's because
Kaido's
they're more of a threat to the government than the others because of like them going around and doing what they do. Like they own Wano Kuni. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
wait?
the
So
Marines are
Jack
scared of
being
them.
the third, you think he
Sorry,
could
what?
have a higher bounty than this the right hand of Big Mom?
I think Big Mom's right hand is gonna have slightly higher, right? But because like
Wow.
it's a difference. But I think like for instance like the other members on Kaido's crew are gonna have a higher bounty than like Smoothie. Even like whoever's the lowest, I think is gonna have a higher bounty than Smoothie. Just because like what they do is a more of a threat. Like, you know, let's say if we have something like OP, right? But they end up like not really doing anything to like the society as a whole. It's like, you know, they're strong, but they're not as big of a threat.
I mean, I could see that if we were talking about someone like Shanks, but we're talking about someone like Big Mom who destroys entire towns just for fucking
But those,
candy.
from my understanding, those are her towns. You get what I'm saying? Like they're under her like command. So
Yeah,
like
but
it's
she's
up to
still
her.
like, I don't know.
It's still up to her.
Like maybe Jack gets a slightly higher bounty just because he fucking puts people on crosses and tortures them. But like as far as like killing people, I doubt that like he's like any worse than like a Big Mom pirate.
I'm just saying, like, I think they're like probably even in strength, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like Kaido's crew does more to like gain a bounty, like a bigger bounty, like they do more stuff. Like, look at Rouge, like, you know, low ass bounty, but like he's a potential threat. 'cause
I
he
wanna,
gets
I wanna like remind like people who's at the Reverie. By the way, you've got like, well, depends if they convinced her. You've got Shirahoshi, she and like the King Neptune. They're gonna be there. You've got Wapo and whoever he's with. You've got Dalton from Drum Island and Chopper's Doctorine or Cure Her. You've got Vivi and Cobra, King of Prudence, King Riku, Rebecca, Viola,
Hmm.
and then a bunch of other people we haven't seen, but we saw their faces.
Yeah. I'm interested in the reaction once Luffy is brought up. Do you guys think Luffy's the first thing they talk about?
I don't think it's the first
No,
thing, but I think it's
it'll
third.
be.
I think the Warlords.
No, it'll be Blackbeard. I think Blackbeard's done too much, like for them not to recognize he's a big threat now.
I want to
Dude,
see
you
what
know what would be cool is if like the Reverie arc didn't end until after Wano, and then like one of the guys is like, "We just got an announcement, Lord Kaido has been taken down."
see, that's what I was gonna say. Like,
I could
That would be
could see,
sick.
and then I could see something at the end where like Akainu finally loses it, and he personally goes out to try and kill Luffy.
Yeah, I could see that. And Akainu's like fucking sent that 3,000 battleships over there.
Yeah, because think about it, Wano's going to be in like chaos at that point, so the gates are going to be open to anyone. So that gives a chance for the Marines to go and capture anyone.
Well, here's the thing. If we get news as far as the Wano being done, then I'm sure we get news as well as far as like down, right? Like, do we get like, oh, Blackbeard
What's
just
it
took
say?
out Red here?
Ooh.
that'd be
Would-
fucking nuts, dude.
Like two
That would
Yonkos?
be crazy.
Like, if they get mentioned, see that's the thing though. When Kaido said that he wants a big war, like that's how I imagine it going down. Like all the Yonkos are going to fight each other, and plus, if we have the Reveries end up fighting, or sorry, the like Dragon show them at the Reverie, there'd be another war on top of that.
See, that's what I thought at first, where I thought like there was gonna be multiple Yonkos on Wano, but then I thought like there's not even gonna be an island left to fight on if that happens. They're just gonna fucking destroy everything.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I just think that like so far, but going back to Whole Cake is like, you know, all of the possibility. I feel like we have to have Big Mom like either get taken down or join up. Like one of the
I
two.
see every Yonko fight affecting the entire island. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Do you guys? How does Big Mom get involved in these fights? Does she get involved in the Kaido?
No, I don't think
I
so.
think-
She follows
The
Luffy
Kaido
or
fight?
something if they don't settle on a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll probably chase Luffy and then make it to Wano.
Is
But,
that
like-
how Kaido gets defeated? Where Kaido has to face Big Mom and Luffy's alliance?
I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
don't think so.
Mm.
Nah.
I have a weird feeling he might
That's
like
just too
recreate
much.
that.
If Big Mom sends like a bunch of troops there, that's like it's just too much. Like I don't like. Okay, a lot of people don't realize how much that Luffy even has on his side right now. Like, I don't know. I don't. Maybe Kaido has like way more shit than I realize, but
That's the thing, though. Like, I feel like even with all of his shit, like that Luffy has, I think personally it still shouldn't be enough.
like
Yeah.
maybe like okay, but the thing is like if you exclude Kaido from like the whole thing, like I feel like they definitely have enough just to take out his crew, but Kaido is like the one thing that they don't have a chance against. Kaido himself and maybe the Shogun.
Also, I don't see Luffy's fleet already joining. I see it at the end of the series because if you notice, the narrator in the manga, which is Oda,
Yeah, yeah.
said, yeah, he said it in a tone of they're gonna shake the world in like one big event, probably against the Marines
No,
I
but,
mean, but
killing a Yonko is a big event as well.
or against Black.
Yes,
It
it
is.
Yeah, but like for the narrator to kick in when he hasn't kicked in since I believe like the time skip.
Yeah, that was a big thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is like, you're probably right, but at the same time, like, I don't think we're just not gonna see the fleet until the end of the series. Like, I still think they're gonna be like incorporated somehow in the story. Like, maybe we use part of the fleet at Wano or something, not the whole
So like
thing.
half of them might even come back because they're going off doing their missions, for example,
Yeah.
to Shirudi.
You
He's gone
guys
back to
remember
the
the
Grand Line to
spoilers?
go find the.
Also, it was said that they were going their own way until they meet up again.
Yeah, but like,
Remember the spoilers from Sawyer? Luffy
Oh, yeah.
or something.
wait,
And-
what? Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard those as well. Yeah.
It was the
I didn't
spoilers
watch
that
it 'cause-
Luffy does something and he takes out Kaido, but then he was too hurt, and then he gets taken to Impel Down.
Oh yeah, and then his entire crew saves
something?
him. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
the entire
no. I thought it was like Luffy dies and then Lord gives his life to save Luffy, but
Yeah.
Luffy's captured, and it's a big kind of like Enos Lobby
Right.
arc. And
And
I don't
do you
know.
guys see Luffy getting captured again though?
No.
At the end of the series, yeah.
If
Before the end.
if we go by the parallel from the first half of the series to the second half, didn't he get captured in the first half in Gold Roger's hometown, Loguetown?
Yeah, at Lockdown.
Like, what do you mean by capture though? Do you mean like just taken like kind of like right now, like, or do you mean like he's actually like put in a position where he can't get away, like impelled down? Like when you
Listen,
mean
bro, the
capture,
fleet is not big enough. 5,000 is nothing. I
It
mean, we don't
doesn't-
know what the Shogun
like who?
has.
Let's go this way. Like who here thinks that with like the 5,600 men and then like let's say just the fishermen, pirates, the minks, and
Minks.
then the samurai, who thinks
Yeah.
that they could still like win in Wano?
Against
'Cause I
Kaido?
personally don't think that like
They
even with those
have
people so far they
to
wouldn't.
win.
I get that they have to.
No,
but
without
I think-
the
I think we're gonna get
without
more
help from the
members.
supernovas.
Bro, Jack
Yeah,
took
like
out
the
the
supernovas.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
what I'm saying.
I don't think Luffy's alliance or Luffy's friends, like who he has right now, no, they can't win. The other supernovas have to help him.
Yeah.
Right, but also, pre-time skip Luffy, we would never assume beats Crocodile, knowing we know now, but he still beat Crocodile.
But we've seen so much of Luffy's limits.
Yeah, I know, but that's the thing. That's like we've seen so much of his limits. It's why we think that like there's no way, but like it's just how it's gonna go that he's gonna beat Kaido.
About that, I have
Like-
something to add.
For
So-
DB,
So
You're lagging really hard right there. I don't know.
yeah,
You're lagging.
But you're lagging a
lagging.
bit.
oh, never mind.
Can I add something to this?
Yeah.
We always foreshadows in some way, even through Luffy's speech. If we notice how Luffy, when Luffy says, "I'm gonna beat your ass" or "I'm gonna send him flying," that literally happens. But notice how in this arc, he didn't say, "Big Mom, I'm gonna beat you." He said, "You're gonna be at the losing end," which is a little different.
Yeah,
Notice that?
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. I mean, did he say that about Kaido? He
But
said
what
about
did you
Jack,
say?
right?
No,
Mom.
Kaido, he confirmed he want to kick his ass, but Big Mom's like, you're gonna lose.
You're
Did
gonna
say
be
that.
at the losing part. Yeah.
Did tell Big Mom that he's gonna beat her ass earlier on.
He was gonna beat her ass when he was still there, Fishman Island.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, he did.
Like, so he's already
that,
told
agree,
him,
that
like, I'm
agreement
gonna
already
beat your ass,
failed.
you know.
I mean, it's like looking at the Straw
Like-
Hats now in
like,
their
they
alliance.
said you were
It's
gonna
like
bring it.
they should be able to take down a Yonko if they get Marco's help and they have the Supernova's help as far as Law Kid and those guys, right? They should be able.
So I'm
I think
saying,
that'd
like,
be
Yeah.
just about enough. Yeah, that should be just about enough.
the thing is, like, okay, say it takes like 3 strong people to take down 1 commander. There's like more than 10 strong people with them to take down all the 3
Wait.
commanders.
But like,
Okay, so looking at Luffy's fleet, right? Who could take down the commander out of the fleet?
Alone
not
or
solo.
No, I don't think anyone alone right now.
Yeah, not solo,
Yeah,
but
A
like,
group of them. How
but like
many
if you're
of them?
talking about like, I don't know, like okay, so like maybe it's like Zoro, Law, and like one other like Frankie. I don't know, something like that.
I
Like,
could
you know what I
see
mean?
Maybe if Law and Beppo work together.
Nah, Beppo ain't.
Thanks, no, guys, you have to, guys, wait. Big Mum's soldiers, other than the commanders, like the Bobbin, the cheese guy,
Yeah.
like,
Okay. True.
all of the soldiers are top commander. So people like Frankie, they're gonna deal with those guys, and they're gonna cause them trouble.
Yeah,
It's
that's
only
true.
our top tier like Zoro, Luffy. They're not that gonna fight the commanders.
A 1v1s?
Still, I feel like
Not in
I
one
feel
v
like Zoro.
ones. They will have to team up to take those guys out.
But don't we
You know,
think probably Zoro and Law could
Zoro
beat Jack?
easy.
Probably.
Yeah,
Together,
probably,
maybe.
but it's gonna be one of the hardest things
Even
they've done
then, like,
Yeah.
since the New World.
Zoro and Law versus.
If Law and Luffy barely took out Trable and Dofi, like,
Yeah.
come on.
then
So
yeah,
this is them after probably another like slight power up or something.
Yeah. Exactly.
Zoro
Maybe
has
during the
to
big
have
is
Reverie
that
arc.
power
power
up though. Just asking, like, how
Maybe.
big is that power up for them to be able to take
I
down?
mean,
someone like Jack?
there's like
You know what I mean?
a bunch. There's like a bunch of different things. Like, it could just be like the good old fucking One Piece. They already got a power up just because it's a new arc.
No, I think it's gonna happen during the Reverie, honestly. Like
Oh,
while the
okay.
Reverie is happening, everyone else is gonna be like training or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Mhm.
But I don't know if that's gonna happen because we've never even really seen that in One Piece before. But it might happen still.
But the only person who get good training would be Zoro on Wano if he gets there anyway.
Law.
Yeah, look, yeah, all the swordsmen basically will get good training, but everyone else will be a bit difficult for them
Yeah.
to get like the right kind of training.
But yeah,
And-
I just feel like all of the calamities should be equal to like an entire like section of Luffy's army by themselves. So, like, you know, all the minks with like, you know, let's say like Sanji or whoever, along with like the Dukes, would be equal to all the calamities. Like, they seem like they're really high up there.
But even still, the Mink should be stronger next time they face Jack and those guys.
I'll be right back. 1 second.
Yeah,
But
I
would they
think
be
that,
strong enough to beat
They
him?
they're limbless now though as well. So even with their new secret power,
Yeah,
I'd say they're
true.
roughly around the same level.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking
I
about Pedro.
know the limbless argument isn't really that good because Shanks apparently he didn't lose any talent after losing his
Right.
arm, but just, you know, one's missing a leg.
Like strength is probably Mushi because he actually lost a leg. But then we saw
Yeah.
Kiro's going in.
Yeah, what
Most
leg?
people have lost a leg.
I mean, Kiro's was going to win the leg. So Inarashi, I think he should be fine.
The
But we
limbs
know
are
that Heroes
overrated.
would have been better with both of them, though. You know
But-
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he was still sick with one leg, but like, if he had two and can actually dodge like properly and at his best, he would still have to be better than he was. You know?
With one leg, though, right? like
No, I'm saying if he had both legs,
Still a
he'd
monster.
be way better than what we saw. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, he might still be a monster with one leg, but imagine him if he had both. He'd
Yeah.
just be better. You know?
He would have had an easier fight against Diamante.
Exactly.
Like technically, Nekomamushi should be stronger right now than Inuarashi if we take their limbs into account. Because I think like losing a leg is obviously more crucial than an arm. Like you need to move around with both legs. So Inuarashi lost one of those. And in a sense, right now Nekomamushi is in the same like stance as how like Shanks will be. Shanks lost an arm, but he's still strong. So in Nekomamushi's case, he still has to be strong even with the lost limb.
What do you guys think if Law like repairs their limbs and stuff?
That'd be dope.
I honestly felt like that should be a possibility. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
very easily.
Yeah.
Already lost his arm, got it fixed.
And we have Frankie, so,
So
it's like
Oh yeah, yo, that'd be actually be a
So
good
these
idea.
cyber arms and legs.
we have Frankie and Law. So I don't think we can
Cyber
worry.
dog and cyber cat.
That'd be so fucking
what would they
dope.
replace it with? Could you replace it with like machine parts?
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
a
they could
robotic
both come up with something, right?
Like Nakamushi's gonna have like a machine gun arm. Like how sick is that gonna be?
Law should be able to do. I don't know. They seem really prideful. Like, do you think they would accept it?
I mean,
Like,
I don't know.
accept it?
No, I doubt
to
it.
like
I doubt
keep
it.
those.
Well, I mean,
What
think
is
about, like they
What
want to.
would Neku got a machine gun like Nekama machine gun or something like that?
I hear what you're saying on the pride thing, Brago, but like think about it like this: like when Momo said to stop fighting, all their pride went out the window. They're like, okay, we're a bunch of, you know what I mean? Like if they're fighting for Wano for like Momo's sake, pride's not even going to be a factor. They'll do what they have to do to win. Like
Yeah.
So attaching a mechanical arm.
if it was a guaranteed win, they'd be like, for Lord Momo, we got to do it. You know? Like I'm not saying that would be the like end all be all, like that's what they are gonna do. But I'm just saying, like, if they were told if you do this, you're going to win no matter what, I think they would. Because they'd be like, we have to, we're his retainers, like we can't be
Yeah,
swayed,
it comes down to like they want revenge now. It's not even so much
Yeah.
about themselves. It's like you
Exactly.
destroyed our country, so like the ass whooping is coming.
Yeah.
But I don't. It's,
Like I still think their power up's gonna be the full moon because like they mentioned that like what like 2 or 3 times.
the
during
moon thing.
Gonzo.
There's
Yeah,
reference.
like oh
Yeah.
like good news is cloudy today. Otherwise, hell man, we'd be fucked. Kind of thing. Like it sounds like everyone goes like carnal. Like and it'd be crazy, especially see like imagine like someone like cute like Chopper or it's not Chopper. Sorry, Carrot that loses
Getting all
her
crazy.
shit.
Wait,
Yeah.
Prago, look what Asher just typed in the DM.
I should have said something. Hold on. But someone just said in One Piece losing a limb doesn't really mean much.
Wait, what? You cut out.
What did you say, Braga?
I say in One Piece, someone just said losing a limb doesn't really mean much.
I mean,
Yeah, I
uh,
said that.
Ashura.
Zoro didn't have an arm. He'd then not be 3-man.
Exactly.
So,
Like, yeah, you can still fight without a limb, but if you didn't lose it, you'd have to be better.
yeah. Like
Someone-
Shanks, I think people talk about Shanks too much because like Oda's like, oh yeah, like he's not weaker, but like that's Shanks, when he's first shown, he's not weaker. Where I feel like all these other characters, like that's kind of like a different story for
Well,
him.
he's not weaker,
Oh, yeah.
but like it doesn't mean that his skill isn't worse.
Yeah,
No, well,
some,
that was-
some kid posted like a fucking 3-paragraph comment about how Shanks was a Yonko still back when he met Luffy on one of your videos. It's kind of crazy, actually.
Facebook about Shanks being.
I don't
So-
know.
It
Bravo?
was basically something like, okay, so you know how like when Big Mom was talking about how she would have beat all 4 Yonko if she would have got the marriage or whatever,
Yeah.
Right.
or all 3 Yonko, and he was talking about how like assuming like Pudding's age, it was like 10 to 15 years ago, so Luffy was like also like the thing with Shanks was like 12 years ago, right? So we can assume that Shanks was already a Yonko
Mhm.
when. Yeah, at the time she mentioned Shanks as he was a Yonko back then. See where I'm
I
going
feel
with
like we
this?
talked about that.
I don't think he was a Yonko. That's all I'll say. I
Some
think he-
people in the chat are saying that Kaido may not be in Wano, and they're starting to doubt that.
I see why.
Maybe he's at Fishman Island already because he got the info from Caribou.
because
He
people
will
say that
do
because
something like that then.
yeah, people say that's like oh well because it's called a no name island or whatever. Whenever he's mentioned, but like that's Wano.
I don't know.
Like,
The
you
thing
see
is, like,
Sakura blossoms.
No, but what they're saying, no, what they're saying is Kaido roams around. He was on the Sky Island. He's on Kid's Island. Like I know he went back to Wano and was like looking at Kid in the jail, which was Wano Kuni. But what if he goes? What if when we arrive, he isn't there again?
I don't know. That'd kind of be lame, to be honest. Like,
Yeah, well, the thing is, what if they're mounting the attack, right? All of a sudden they're winning, then all of a sudden Kaido just falls out of nowhere.
Oh my god.
And it's like, what's going on here? It's like finally the war started that I wanted.
Hmm.
This shifts the tide completely. Because probably right. He's probably not going to be at Wano. But where could he be though? Where do you guys think he would be?
Oh, you think he's gonna fall off the sky at the end of the?
I mean, but where could Kaido cause the most problems right now? At this moment.
I mean, the
Fishman
Reverie
Island,
makes
probably.
sense, but I think it has already enough people, so yeah,
That
Fishman
would be
Island
crazy.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Especially if
Fishman
Caribou
Island.
it did go to Kaido through Drake, and he finds the info about Shirahoshi, he's gonna go there. And remember, Fishman Island technically is underneath the red line, like where Merijawa is. So who can say like he wouldn't jump up to marry Joa, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna get Shirahoshi.
Yeah, Kaido and Dragon are both gonna be invading the Reverie, so there's gonna be 2 dragons just raining fire down on the Reverie.
Oh yeah.
That
People
would
talking
be
about
some
Dragon.
crazy shit.
Do you guys think that
People talking about a lot about Dragon in the chat.
what's it called?
Wait,
Do you
hold on.
guys
People
think
talking about a
that
lot about Dragon in the chat as far as like his lineage and what, like, where do you think Dragon was a vice admiral? Was he CP0? There's been a lot of theories about that. What do you guys think about that?
Uncle Kazara also said that, hey, if we think that the Admiral trio pre-time skip, before the pre-time skip, it was Sengoku, Dragon, and Zephyr.
Yeah, I was just about
Yeah.
to bring that up. There was one slot left because Garb wouldn't take it, but it could have just been an empty slot. You know, if Garb was able to fill that position, it must have been empty.
Oh.
He was offered to Dragon, he declined and left the Marines.
Wait, does it say like?
People would know who he was.
Does there
though,
have
you
to
know
be
what I mean?
3 admirals? Couldn't there be 4 or no?
no? It's
No,
just
it
Admiral.
doesn't.
Wouldn't Garb try to
it-
avoid the Admiral position and try to make Dragon an Admiral?
I don't.
Well,
Well, I don't think he'd care as long as Dragon was part of the Marines. Like that was like, for example, for Luffy, he said it wasn't about him being like, oh, you need to be an admiral, but you're going to be a strong Marine and be fighting for justice. That's all.
Yeah,
that
the thing
matters.
But if
like-
a strong Marine, you want your son to surpass you, right?
But think
You
about it
want-
like this, bro. Garp didn't even want to be an admiral himself because he wanted to be freer and didn't want like all the restrictions. Like, would you want to put your son in a position that you don't even want to take? Like, if he wants
I'm putting
to
him in the Marines, where as a pirate you're freer.
But Garp doesn't
Yeah.
think that way because you might say you're free, but now the world's after you. For example, like when Garp was, what's it called? Like, let's say when he's talking to Roger, right? Like, he didn't hate Roger, right? But it's just like you had to go and be a stupid pirate, and now you know what I mean. Like, this is why you're in jail. This is why all these things are happening to you. That's why when he's talking to Luffy,
But who do you
he
think?
didn't want Luffy.
Who do you think enjoyed their life more?
Wait, what?
Like,
Sure.
but dude, that's all very like, what's it called? Not perspective. Yeah, objective. That's like Garp. What's it called? Probably enjoys it because he likes to be a Marine. You know what I mean? Like, if
The thing is,
was
it's like
more-
with Roger, he did whatever he wanted, right? He was basically freer. And you're saying, as far as Garp being free and him wanting Luffy to be a Marine, essentially, he doesn't want him to be as free as a pirate.
well, but it's not like, dude, like the whole freedom aspect. Garp doesn't even see stuff like that. Like he doesn't
Yeah.
see like, oh, like you're a pirate, go ahead and have fun. It's you're a pirate, you're an enemy of the state. That's how you know what I mean?
Plus, I think like going back to like Rayleigh, right? I mentioned this before. Like Rayleigh, when we first see him in the bar, he talks about like it all comes to perspective in terms of like what the poneglyphs actually say and what the history
and they
actually
mean
says.
to you.
That's
And personally,
very different. But carry on.
but I'm gonna finish. So basically, what I see it right is what if like Roger, right? He saw like one half of it with Rayleigh and them, and then Roger or Garp saw the other half, right? But Garp sees it and like, okay, like the government did what it had to do way back in Joy Boy's kingdom, where Roger sees it the other way. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
that's pretty much what you're supposed to gather from that. But you have to also remember there's so much more because the Marines didn't exist back then. So
No, yeah, they were made
it was
after.
only the government. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, the
but
government
once
came first.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
giving like a side comparison kind of.
yeah, what I'm saying is like Garp sees the Marines as kind of like the go-to
Those
for like
are the
if you
good
want to be
guys.
free. Yeah, well, if you want to be
But
free
what
without him.
I'm trying to say, DGK, is like if he really felt, if he learned that history, let's say he learned that history and he came to that conclusion, the opposite conclusion to the Roger crew, right? He wouldn't
Right.
work for the Marines. He would want to be a part of the government to uphold and work that way.
But
What do you
he's
mean he wouldn't like? How does that work? He'd be a pirate for the government? Like
Because
that doesn't work.
the solution and conclusion he would have come to wouldn't have been Marines. It would have been whatever the world government it does and wants to do. It would be like that. Do you know what I mean? He wouldn't have come to a conclusion about Marines. Marines just uphold the justice of the government. But if he really wanted to follow the values of the original world government, he would have become a world government official.
right,
But
but
he
it's
is a world government. Like the Marines work under the world government. Like
what he's saying is
what
he
you're trying to say.
yeah, he's saying he'd be an actual like official, like going off kingdom, right? Like they have the military like Mobu, but then they have the officials.
Yeah.
Like what
instead.
title would he have? Like that we
I
know
don't
so
know.
far.
Personally, I think it's more so like he wants this again, going back to like the freedom, right? He wants to be free, but he also wants to be like someone that's in the action, like he's doing something directly, right?
Right.
Also, notice how even in the real world, we have people that try to change things from within the system, and we have anarchists. Two types of ways to achieve.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean that goes back to like you
But
said.
at
it's
the
more
same
what you
time,
see
like if he
free. Yeah,
if he wanted to like change things
True.
from within the system, if he wanted to change things from within the system, he probably would have become like an admiral and not just say vice
To go
admiral.
up, right.
Yeah.
But
Then-
Garp
Yeah,
doesn't
that
even
was-
seem to like care that like Garp doesn't seem opposed to the world government. Like people that
Right.
want to change things in the system, they see something about the system that's corrupt and
I
that
was,
needs to be go. You know?
I was gonna stay quiet for this bit because like Garp is one of why he's my favorite character is because of this very topic. Like he's such an anomaly when it comes to what we know about the series, what we think we know about D, what we think we know about the Void Century, what we think we know about.
Yeah, that is
Marine,
true.
What's good and what's evil. He doesn't make any sense. If he's a D and their role is to be free, such as Dragon, they oppose the Celestial Dragons, they oppose the government. Why is it Garp is the only one in the Marines supporting these people? It doesn't make
I
sense.
mean, they had Jaguar D Salt. Like, it's just like
That's
Yeah,
true.
but
I guess
Jaguar kind of like turned the
Have you
sides.
guys ever seen Django Unchained?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Garp is Samuel Jackson.
Oh, hey,
when it comes to Soul, though, guys,
Oh, man.
when it comes to Soul, yes, he was a part of the Marines.
Uncle Tom.
Make any speculations about how he became Marine, but what did we find out? He ended up meeting Nico Olivia, finding out murdering innocent architects and historians was real bad. He didn't understand why he had to do it. Sengoku gave him a bad answer, and then he went to speak to Robin's mom, and then he realized what he was doing, and he quit. Like, and that's because he was a D. Like, his purpose wasn't supposed to be there. So for Garp to be doing what he's been doing for so long, to not have that same realization as Soul, it's weird to me.
But I think he does know. But I think it kind of like goes back to what I was saying. Is like he sees the end of all things,
agree.
right?
I
He
agree.
thinks the end of all things as being that like, okay, if these people are like, the ones that genocided the D family, right? There's a reason for it, and if it's valid, like, okay, it makes sense to him. And then going back to like the other thing is like, what if it's kind of like stay close to your enemy so that you can control what you can control.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that.
No, but you can put it in this perspective. For example, the fact Garp kind of taught people like Okiji, and Okiji taught Smoker, and these guys are kind of the reasonable Marines. They just see something like when all that crazy shit was going on in the Marine Corps, and the Marines are killing people still. Even Smoker was like, "What's going on? There's something wrong with everybody right now." So maybe that's Garp's way of fighting against the government.
Yeah,
I can totally agree with that. Yeah.
Like Aokichi.
Yeah, I like that. He was kind of like the poster boy of the Marines in a way. Yeah. Like they are always proclaiming the hero Garp.
Like, here's another like reference for the Kingdom people. So like, and you guys remember when
Garp?
I'm out.
I'll say it without saying it. So there's a certain part where Shen, right, is in a invasion, right, and are doing things that they're not supposed to be doing, right, and then you remember what he does? That's kind of like how I mentioned Garp would be. Like it goes against like normal Marine logic.
You talking about like wait, which part? You like that for a bit?
When they invaded, right? The first like time he leads that like army.
Yeah.
And then like shit goes down inside the castles, and then like they're like, it's reality. Like that's how it's supposed to be. And he's like, no, like you don't do that to people because like that's not what we're about. So like that's how I mentioned Garp. Garp is like, okay, like, pirates are bad, but like there are good pirates, like look at Luffy and stuff like that.
But there's also the fact that Garp is from the era before the Grand Pirate era. So
right, he was during the uprising of it.
So we see a parallel between Gold Roger and Garp. There weren't that many pirates, and maybe the D's are just meant to be big, and that's why he is at the Marines.
I think though, like when it comes to all of this, especially because I didn't join in the discussion with Dragon. Like we're gonna use like when Dragon was like younger. If Garp, you see how Garp treats Luffy. that's his direct son, Dragon. Like, he would be pushing him to be a Marine so hard. And I think it probably would have worked, but it would have been against Dragon's will. Loads of stuff happened. He sees the Celestial Dragons, he sees the corrupt side of the government, and he doesn't understand why his own father works for such a system, and probably, ends up making his own moral choices. But then, if we're going to follow that, how Garp, even though he might agree Marines do good, when he sees people like Akainu, when he sees people, like the Celestial Dragons, how he can justify working for them.
Yeah.
I don't get it. But he doesn't make any sense.
I think Oda tried to give Luffy's family, especially, the surname of the D, a position in every position of power. The Revolutionary, the Pirates, and the Marines.
Like, do you guys watch Dragon Ball Super at all? No, I just want to make a quick reference, right? So you guys saw at the end of the tournament, right? End of the Universal Tournament?
Yeah.
How after Hit purposely lost, right? What's his name? Beerus' brother was about to kill all the fighters in Universe 7, right? So instead, when Goku's like, we can't let that happen, what did Beerus say? He said, it's not, like, those are Universe 7 matters. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter what you think, this is the way the world works. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of how I see Garp. It's just like, yes, there may be some stuff that's a little messed up, but, like, that's just the system. You know what I mean?
A little messed up.
I mean, yeah, it might be severely messed up, but that's.
But we have to think about straight after when Whitebeard died, all the pirates went nuts. Like, they were killing, even Whitebeard's territory got ruined. All the people were getting attacked by all these pirates. So if you see it from Garp's point of view, he's just like, he's got two shitty options, but the pirates, there's no structure to them, so they can go.
I don't think it was that simple. I don't think it's that. It's not. He's going to be one of the most, not in depth, but his backstory, if we do get it,
so theory,
or his justification, is going to be very complex.
Theory.
No, yeah, I think so. I'm just saying there's an option.
You guys think that Gold Roger told the history and poneglyphs to Garp?
Oh yeah.
True.
I don't know if they had enough time to talk, because what it seemed like in the jail cell was like, "Oh, take care of my kid." And that was probably it.
But like,
I wouldn't be surprised. No, wait. I wouldn't be surprised because we see in Dressrosa when Law confronts Sengoku, the government already know most of the, like, a certain aspect of the history. Because when Law told Sengoku about Corazon and about these, etc., Sengoku was like, "What would Corazon know about it?" As if he knows better, as if he knows more. So I wouldn't be surprised if Sengoku's told him, or if Garp himself even knew and told Sengoku, or vice versa. Doesn't matter.
Yep. Yeah.
So there might be
I'm sure
ways to. There might be multiple.
Let me say that again.
There might be multiple ways that the family of D works.
It's really
Multiple
complicated
factions.
when it comes to Garp because he's like free, but he's free within the Marines. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could say,
yeah, but it's like
you can also say he's free.
From his point of view, that if the pirates took over, wouldn't there be more chaos and more?
Yeah, exactly. That's
it
what
would.
I'm thinking, yeah.
It would be. Like, it's like the greater good. So you're kind of, well, this is bad, but it would be worse if the world government wasn't everything. So that's how it's being.
I don't know. I don't think he even thinks. I don't even think he thinks on that grand scale. He's just like Luffy, where he has this one selfish ambition. He's going to follow it no matter what anyone says. For example, when he let Ace die, yeah, it annoys us, the fans, that he didn't beat up Akainu or he didn't join in, right? But you have to remember, in like, he's got that drive that, let's say, Luffy or Dragon or Ace would have, where he puts his own dream first in most cases, and you could argue that's bad.
Chase Roger instead of
yeah. But
but do you think?
How do you guys feel about Garp? Because I'm.
Wait, let me just ask a question, just to be like, think. Do you think he would have killed Akainu if Akainu killed Luffy at Marineford?
No. Oh, I think so. I think more so than ever. Like, Ace, he still thought of his kid. Don't get me wrong, but like that was his direct grandson. You know what I mean?
Like, he would have gone crazy. He would have destroyed all Marineford, probably.
If he would have took out both of them, Akainu would have been gone. He would have been out of the series.
I think if let's say it was in the reverse roles, and it was Luffy who was on the execution platform. I don't think Garp would have even let him stay on the execution platform. It would have got to him too much. Whereas when it's Ace, he's like we saw his flashbacks. We see what he was thinking. This is like one of the few times we get to see what he's thinking. He's thinking about the deal he made with Roger. He's only looking after him because he believed that a child doesn't bear any sin. It doesn't deserve to be killed for just being born. So then, Aokiji, he'll let you grow. And if you make the right choices, good for you. But if you make the wrong choices, I'm not going to help you. It was your own fault.
But
And that's the dilemma that he was dealing with. Like he was like, I have no sympathy for criminals, but for family I do.
You have sympathy
and he was like
for family?
Ace, you know, and he was like, what do I do, Ace? Why didn't you just listen to me? Why didn't you just live as I told you to?
But then it's like you can't get mad after Ace dies.
But you can, because it's something you care for. Like if your brother died or your son died right before you, you're not gonna just be like, yeah, whatever.
But they were gonna do it anyway.
No, but I get what Brago's saying. He's saying he's gonna die anyway. We're getting mad after he dies.
I know, but he would of course be sad, but it would be like this.
So he's just mad at how it was done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way Ace was gonna die, you were gonna sit
because
there and watch
it's like he did escape. Luffy did save him. That he was free. That he was happy for him, and then it just got taken away just like that.
But maybe he's more angry that the way Ace died was protecting Luffy. So if Ace didn't jump in the way, Luffy would be dead instead.
Luffy would have died.
Yeah.
But Luffy is the same thing. It's like he raised him. He wanted him to be a Marine, and Luffy.
But it's not his
it's not his
but
blood.
You have to remember, Garp didn't even want to look after Ace originally. He's like, he did it just because his friend Roger convinced him. And then obviously, as he raised Ace, even though he barely did it, it was Dadan, and he came occasionally to raise him. He cared for him because he did have to look after him, but he doesn't have that direct link. Do you know what I mean?
So
which is kind of shallow, but
So if those soldiers had impaled Ace, right? Do you think Garp would have gotten mad?
He would have had to have taken it though.
He probably
he would have been. Yeah, he would have cried and been sad, but he wouldn't have been mad.
When Ace is a Logia, he can't get penetrated by some fodder, dude. Come on,
Garp is human.
It's like for example, he let Roger, even though Roger was going to die anyway, he let Roger be executed. He didn't want to help him out, even though that's his best mate, or one of his best mates.
It might be a thing to where like he just is angry. He might like hate Akainu, right? Because like of how he perceives justice and everything like that. So the fact that Akainu himself killed Ace is the reason why he was mad.
Yeah, that's actually a good point, honestly.
Wait, say that again, for what I didn't hear
that. Basically, Garp probably hates Akainu because like the way he deals with justice and things like that, and the fact that he was the one that killed Ace was probably the reason why he was mad.
So because who did it?
Akainu.
But like, if someone else killed him, I think he'd still be like tight. You know what I mean? Like if Kizaru just shot like a bunch of lasers through him and like did what Frieza did to Gohan. You know what I mean? Like, I think he'd still be tight.
But don't you guys think that he's already planning on making a new generation of the Marines, like with Kobe now and that?
Yeah, exactly.
He's already being planning that whole thing out, and maybe that's why he's sitting down and looking at like with Akainu what he did, and like, okay, let him do that, and I'm now looking at the future.
Yeah, that's a good point, because even with his conversations with Aokiji and Aokiji talking to Smoker and stuff, it's like it's a new generation of Marines that actually want to.
Yeah. Because I'll give you an example.
Now that I think about it, what if Kobe killed Reiju?
Wait, I'll give you an example. Like, let's say Luffy, obviously reached his like elderly years, and he had a child, and then he went his own way, and then he eventually had a grandson, which wasn't cared for by his own son, and had to look after him. But then Smoker had a kid, or Kobe had a kid, and like, I don't know, it's like the reverse situation, and he had to raise Kobe's like kid. He like, the way Luffy is, he wouldn't dedicate himself to it. He'd look after him, sure, because of promise, but he wouldn't.
Yeah, take him along.
Yeah, he would take him along, but it would be like some Shanks sort of deal. Like, I'll make you like wear this hat, or come back to me, or do you know what I mean? He wouldn't dedicate himself to looking after that child. And Garp's the same. He can't dedicate himself to Luffy. He can't dedicate himself to Ace. And whatever choices they make, he can help. He can guide them. But in the end, it's their own doing. Yeah.
Let's do this. Say Luffy was the one being executed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would Garp sit there and let it happen?
No, I don't know.
He would have stopped it beforehand.
Sure. No, he will jump in for sure.
Okay.
I don't think
Another
they'd even let
question.
Garp be there because they know that he just like get too crazy. You know what I mean? Like even for
Would
Ace,
Shanks come and try to save Luffy?
Oh yeah.
No,
Shanks, I think would. I think at that point he probably still cared for him. So like, of course, like remember he still had the promise. So if Luffy's dead, how's he gonna get that hat back?
I don't know.
No, I don't think he would. I don't think he would.
I don't think he would either.
I don't think he would.
It's just like it's Luffy's journey. Like whatever happens, happens. If he's meant to be the basic pass Gold Roger, he will. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
If it was Luffy there, I'm pretty sure Shanks would show up. Ace would convince Whitebeard to at least let him go,
Ace
and then Ace.
Yeah.
Like it's the same with like Dragon, right? If let's say Dragon got captured and he was going to be executed, I don't think he would save Dragon either.
Who?
I don't think Luffy would care.
I don't think Garp would
Luffy?
save Dragon, and that's his. No, I don't think Garp would save.
No,
Dragon
Garp wouldn't save
from being
Dragon
executed.
because
But that's different.
Yeah.
I think probably Dragon
I
could be able to
don't
take care of
think
himself.
that- I
I
don't
don't
think
think
that
he needs
there
dad
are-
to help him.
Yeah, I think they're fine.
About the Luffy being like captured
like
thing. About Luffy being
And I
captured.
think Dragon.
He has way more
and-
allies behind him, so I don't think it's gonna be like that.
I don't think
but,
Dragon and Garp are him.
but even if they aren't, like that's his son. He has that like
Yeah.
love for him somewhere.
Somewhere.
I think, but Dragon, unlike Luffy, is like a fully fledged adult. He's lived most of his life and he's made all his choices.
Right.
Luffy's
So
an adult.
like,
yeah,
he's
like,
only like but compared to like Dragon, there's like at least Luffy still has a bit of like innocence, but Dragon's lived his life up to the point. So I think
yeah, but Garp's not.
Garp would let him. Yeah,
I don't think.
I
Garp's
think
looking at
I think
like,
for
doesn't
all
know what
three
he's
of them,
doing.
I think for all three of them, he has the same dilemma. Like he even tried it with Sabo and Ace, who even Sabo, who he has no connection to at all. He tried to train him into becoming a marine, but it's the same with Sabo. He wanted to be a pirate. There's nothing, he just has to let him be. If he believes in freedom, I think that's the hardest part of his whole crisis, is that he found his own freedom, and he's trying to put that on other people because he knows what it's like. But doing that, those people you're putting it on aren't free.
Yeah.
But also like with the execution of Luffy in the beginning of the series, otherwise Garp could also be joining in and say, "Yo, stop this." He didn't do that as well with Smoker.
What do you mean?
On the plateau, right?
Talking about in Lockdown?
Yeah, exactly. That would be the same thing, right? Like
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Well, he was also planned to get executed at the plateau, right?
Yeah.
At that moment, and Garp wasn't there either, so you could see that as the same thing, because he should know about it if Luffy was be executed.
No, but that was Buggy just doing something.
Yeah,
like,
That came out of nowhere, so it's not like Garp would have known what was going
Smoker,
on.
though, like Smoker, obviously hunted it down, was about to capture him, but it was Dragon who had to step in.
Yeah.
Someone asked if,
yeah, that's true.
Like in my opinion, Dragon's never gonna save Luffy again. Sorry.
someone asked if Dragon has a Reverie card for Luffy.
For who, Luffy?
Yes.
For Luffy, he might have something like, it's gonna be some crazy shit where like, let's say like has attached a DNA or like a chip inside of him, so he knows, or like almost like a Big Mom, where he knows, like she knows where it's like where everyone is and stuff. So I think Dragon's on like on a high level where he knows where people are, and specifically
I mean,
his son.
That'd be the thing is like Luffy has gotten like near death like fucking 16 times during the story. So like,
and it's like, why didn't they step in here? Why didn't they step in there?
I think he just remember like, Dragon even stated like, I don't care what he does, like he's his own man. So I think he kept that ideology even like before the war.
Yeah, I think
it's almost like
Dragon's
Basil Hawkins. Think, remember how Basil's like every time like I look at Luffy right with these cards and I try to like guess like his chance of death, it always goes to 0. So imagine like that's the same thing for Dragon. He just doesn't see Luffy dying, and if he was like for sure, then he probably would have gone there.
No, but I think Dragon's just driven by his goal of toppling the world government. That's the most important thing to him, to be honest. So whatever happens to Luffy and like his other family, he doesn't care. Like,
By the way, the thing that Basil Hawkins was actually the opposite. He said that his chances never go to 0.
Well, it's for him to die. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some D stuff though. That's like some weird spooky D stuff.
Yeah, Hawkins could be a D. That's how he knows that shit.
No, the chance of the fate, because like for example, Fujitora did the same thing with the dice. Like no matter how many times he rolled, the odds wouldn't go against Luffy.
Like fate.
Yeah.
So you guys think Espada says that Dragon will get killed by Smoker? End of story.
What?
Whoa! Could you imagine? Right? It's like Kobe's getting chased by Dragon, right? And then he pins Kobe down, and then Smoker grabs him from behind. And
Yup. Not today.
No,
not today.
Like the entire city, instead of covered in green wind, it's covered in like smoke.
No. This is exactly what's gonna happen. Dragon is gonna be fighting Kobe, right? And then Kobe's about to, like, Dragon's about to do the last killing blow on Kobe, and then fucking Smoker's just gonna show up with his fucking with this baton thing and stop Dragon. Like,
remember me?
And then Dragon turns around with like a sweat, and Dragon turns around with sweat, and he's like, you're that Smoker guy.
Smoker at a time like
this Smoker from Lordtown. Hey man, don't sleep on Smoker.
Could it be that Kobe's also at the Reverie?
It's King It's all the.
I think it'll be
You
a
guys have
one.
like a list of people who are going to be at the Reverie for sure.
Yeah, they'll be escorted.
I wouldn't be mad at that if that's like one of his like a mission for him. Like, okay, just go to Reverie and see how it is. You're going to be attending a lot of these.
Well, look at what's her name, Vice Admiral Hina. She's escorting Vivi, so he could be escorting somebody.
Yeah, he could be escorting somebody. Yeah, like a first mission. Like,
I want to see Kobe soon in the story, just so we can see like where he's
That's
at.
what I'm saying.
For sure. You guys think I would love to have had it hard if he had like a beard or something now.
Yeah, got some scars or some shit.
Yeah.
Last thing, do you guys think Luffy gets a beard at the end of the series?
So what?
Beard? Guess what?
Yeah, some facial hair.
Some facial hair.
All right, next question.
Can rubber grow facial hair? I don't know. Does that stop him? Because he's a rubber man.
No.
Okay.
I mean, everybody seems to get facial hair when they.
The hair would just be rubber. You know what I mean? Dude, he starts pulling like some Bobobo type stuff.
Yo, Theory, we're gonna see Wapple again.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, Wapple's gonna be.
Wait, do we think Luffy stayed this size the whole time? Does he get more muscle or anything?
Yeah, he'll get bigger, definitely.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know.
We see him in the front
because he's made out of rubber, so I don't think he could kind of do that. But
No, but he did grow taller during the free time skip, right? So
I'll just say.
I mean, all you got was abs, really.
Yeah, that's about it.
No, but he grew taller because the difference.
If a giant X mark on your stomach counts as abs, then I'm gonna get a knife right now.
Do you guys think if
like
we?
That,
sorry.
We predict Zoro and Sanji are gonna get like more muscular and stuff. Luffy stays the same.
Nah, he's gonna get muscular, man. He will.
He's rubber.
I'm pretty sure Gear 4 and stuff is muscular enough, man.
Yeah, he's pretty muscular alone in Gear 4.
Yeah, just imagine he had muscle like now and then add it on to Gear 4.
It'd be like SpongeBob. It'd be like SpongeBob. Like you gotta have muscles on your muscles.
Oh my god.
He's gonna look like Armstrong from FMA.
Oh fuck.
But you guys
Yo,
think
Armstrong reminds me so much of Whitebeard.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
He does. That's a Whitebeard in his prime.
That's where he was.
I'm a what's his name? Fire guy.
Ace.
Colonel Mustang.
I'm a Mustang.
Oh yeah,
Roy Mustang.
Yeah.
The name Maze Hughes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's my guy as well.
May Hughes reminds me of Kobe.
Did you guys see the yesterday's episode of One Piece?
I did. It was really good.
Yo, the Riser.
I haven't seen it yet.
Was so
really good. Really good.
They're doing really well, aren't they?
I haven't seen it. I plan on watching it, yo. I'm hearing good things. I plan on watching it.
And the bit with the rafto and the Red Poneglyph stuff was nice too.
It was so funny to see them walk down the stairs and then with the ninja.
Apparently, Law's a fanboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was a fanboy in the manga, but they took it to another level.
Did they?
Yeah.
Like,
It
it
was
was so jokes.
surprising. When I saw the manga, I was like, "Law is reacting."
Yeah, I
He
know.
was like, because they were like, can you throw shuriken? Can you do this and that? He was like, could I get a display of shadow clone jutsu, please?
And like he's like so disappointed when he's like they go nin nin, right? They didn't do that. And he's like, oh, they don't do that, really?
Fucking Zoro was my favorite. He's like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
like
so
Rise
yeah."
was like, guys, shut up! Like they don't do nin, they don't throw shuriken, and you just see Lord like he touches his head. He's like, what? They don't do that?
Yo, I gotta watch this now. What the heck?
It is
Alright,
really
yeah, I gotta
funny. It's
watch it
really
as well.
funny one.
I'm gonna watch it.
Law.
Someone is saying, right? They're really mad at our last stream because we said that Sabo at the end of Dressrosa is stronger than current Luffy.
Right.
I don't see why he's mad though.
They say Sabo doesn't have any feats to be
Like,
Guess what? Vine
It's just
City?
like he
Sabo
he
took on
almost-
Fujitora for the entirety of Dressrosa, whereas Luffy, he took on Dofi, who isn't on Fujitora level.
Yeah.
And he literally fodderized a vice admiral so badly, he almost crushed his skull. Like it was so embarrassing. I was like, "Damn, Sabo."
Yeah, and I still
a commander of White Blackbeard as well.
Listen,
And I-
there's
and
two
I-
types. There's two types of people in the One Piece community. There's the one that base power level off of feats only. So those are people like One World who thinks that Jack is trash.
No.
He really thinks
Shots fired! Shots fired!
And then
Jack
there,
is part of the scouting unit, bro.
and then there's the other side of the
scouting unit.
there's the other side of the One Piece community. We label these people as fanboys, and they they rank
fanboy.
people. They rank people
Fanboy.
based off of rank, like at the admirals.
and I still think that
And
people underestimate the.
too.
No, but yeah, on the serious note, like I hate when people like fucking get so crazy about feats and shit like that.
Yeah,
But
I mean, come on. Like that's like saying, okay, Fujitora's an admiral. That doesn't mean he's strong. Like what?
Yeah.
Come on.
but I still. Sorry, go ahead, Brago.
No, that was done. What were you saying?
Yeah, I was still thinking that a lot of people underestimate Fujitora's power. See, he's really strong if you think about the gravity stuff.
Dude, he didn't even try.
Do you get wait,
That's the
wait,
thing.
hold on a second. I have a little question. Do you guys think the sword has the double fruit, or do you think it's Fuji?
It's Fuji.
It's Fuji.
It's Fuji. He was eating noodles, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, I realized just saying that doesn't explain myself.
I kind of stopped there. I kind of thought it was like noodles.
I
He
understood you,
essentially he was flying the ship with his gravity, but he had both hands on his noodles, so
Yeah.
it wasn't a sword.
Yeah, like even when we see him gambling at first, if he's not taking out his sword every time he calls black, you know what I mean? He's just doing it.
Yo, you think he was cheating? What?
Bro, he was definitely using his gravity. That's how he did it. That's why he's like, I know what it's gonna be.
He was just got that crazy observation hacking.
Bro, but how is it black every time in a row? It never changed. He just said black, 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 black. You know what I
You
mean?
been to a casino, man?
Yo,
man,
that
those
guy's
guys
such a
fucking rob
cheat.
you.
He's definitely cheating, and he was
No
making
wonder he's
bad
so
money.
good at gambling then.
Because it's not a gamble for him. You know what I mean? Like,
They kind of make. It's like Rayleigh when Rayleigh would go and get himself captured just to go get money.
yeah, exactly.
That's some next level. That's some next level stuff. Like he must.
But could you imagine, though, like, because you have to remember, we know what celestial dragons do to their slaves. Like, he's just playing along,
Exactly.
just like
Me,
being
Daddy.
a horse.
Oh, no.
Like next swing, he's like out with the money.
One world. That's like,
Well, I want to make a mention really quick on Jack. Next week's episode of One Piece, we're getting apparently a little bit more info with his duel with the Marines.
Yes,
That'll
that'll be very interesting and spicy.
Wait, what?
Here's the thing,
Yo,
though.
Roger Space, did you just hear that? We're gonna see Jack fight Fuji.
Yeah.
Well, but hit it. If they add some scenes,
I mean, it shows Dolphy in the cell.
do we take it as canon or
I'm
is
taking
it
it as canon, especially if he
I
kills
take it
someone.
as canon, yeah. I think that the way it works out, though, is that the anime is going to flush out, like, Oda, I think, obviously does talk to Toei and adds in stuff that he's going to get into the manga that he's going to do in the, like, from the manga to the anime. So that way we get it flushed out a little bit more. Kind of like what they're doing in Naruto. Like, certain stuff in the manga we didn't get, and it's, like, in the anime instead.
Right. It kind of it's like it fills it in. I mean,
sorry, I was laughing.
Ty, DGK, he's
the chat is distracted.
I disagree.
Yo, DGK, you're going nuts, man. What's that about?
DGK, you're a fanboy. I'm sorry. It's
I don't know, man. I remember when we first got introduced to Jack, man, and he was just getting L after L after L, and it was like, there was the half that were hyping him up, and there was the half that was sleeping on him. It was very funny.
Yeah.
He was the king of L's. Like, what was it? What did I say? He was Jack, the 1 billion L bounty.
I was riding for Jack, man. Jack was because it's like he did a lot, bro. And I mean, then after people started overhyping him, I'm like, yo,
yeah,
chill.
Like, what was One World's bloody argument? Oh, he got beat by an elephant.
Beat by an elephant.
He got beat by
the scouting units.
One World saying he was scouting unit.
Yeah, that was my favorite part.
Stepped on him to the max.
He's a scouting unit. Jesus Christ.
He's just a scouting unit. That's one word. Like every time he said it, like, really? And he made a video about it too, which is hilarious.
He did?
DGKOP?
We're about to end this. So like the stream, Reverie 2017, Whole Cake 2017, and like the stream, subscribe, and Outer Haven.
Yeah, we have
Outer Haven.
Outer Haven people.
Say that again.
Outer Haven.
When you guys having a stream?
Probably an hour from now, so 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Thank God I finally get a chance to take a shower.
Wait, do you guys link the channel? Do you guys have a link to it? Put it in the chat.
I'll post it in the chat.
RIP Kaido, Jack is from the wreck you, fam.
What?
Wait,
Jack's part of the
chat
sky.
is going.
Calm down, chat. Please.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Mammoths. Wait, Thursday, right? You get a chapter Thursday, and then
Probably gonna come out on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, someone said it was earlier because
Probably
the spoilers are coming out.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be out on Wednesday.
Yeah, and then it's 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what am I gonna do for 2 weeks?
Actually, it's actually
We're gonna have every day a stream.
You guys ever
Yes,
seen the
it's
South
1
Park
week
episode where Cartman tries to freeze himself because of the fucking new consoles coming out or whatever?
Oh
yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go fucking freeze myself for 2 weeks.
It's 1 week, guys. I checked the stuff, the actual what was it called?
You've reached like a strange point in your life when each week you get like a chapter, and then one time you have 2 weeks off, you just want to teleport to the next 2 weeks.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
You think
So I'm gonna
Vegas Punk can make me a time machine or something, dude?
Cause I have school off though, so like I literally have nothing to do.
That's what I'm saying. I'm on break.
Read Kingdom.
this time.
So
Yeah,
worth
get
it.
Yeah,
caught
but
up
I'm gonna read Kingdom in like 2 hours. So
Yeah.
The discussion is going to be next week, guys.
Yes.
Next week.
Yeah.
Theory, you going to read Kingdom, bro?
Yeah, I'm up to date.
Really?
Are you really? No, you're not.
Yeah, it's 100% trash.
Hot garbage.
Someone
No, I'm
kicked
messing with you. I'm messing with you. It's okay plus.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I'm
You
joking.
say
I'm
that about
joking.
every-
I'm not quite. I haven't read a single chapter. I will.
Man.
There you're a savage, dude.
Oh man.
I will read it though.
Yeah,
you actually just mega trolled me right there. I actually believed you every single
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that garbage.
Every single time.
Well, I got the time now to catch up on the
Jackson.
Deadly Sins.
Hey.
Yeah, it's time to catch up on other mangas while One Piece is on break. If you haven't read Boku no Hero, you can read Boku no Hero.
That's a good.
Definitely.
Hey, season
I
2 is
that's-
coming out for the show, guys, in April.
Yeah,
That's gonna be
I'm
sick.
gonna react to that.
Yo, does anyone actually read One Punch Man like week to week?
No.
I do.
Something every
That's
week.
pretty sick.
I don't watch it or read it.
It's sick,
I'd rather
man.
watch One Punch Man. Sorry, I'd rather watch
The
it.
chapters are great, man. Why is everyone hating? The chapters are sick.
You know, honestly, the
It's
only
every,
reason
it's
I
every
really
like 2 weeks though.
Wait, whoa! Did someone say My Hero rubbish?
No way.
Theory.
No way.
He hates My Hero Academia, by the way.
Hey.
But he doesn't hate it, but he doesn't think it's that good.
I can read it and I can go, This is nice,
Bro.
but it's not going to give me the same like enjoyment as I do from other series.
Toriko.
My Hero Academia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't like that. I don't like the characters.
Theory doesn't like a
Episode
series
1
unless
was
you
like
get a
Wait. Can you guys guess who Theory's favorite character is?
In which series?
Boku no Hero.
In My Hero?
Wait, Brago, do you even know?
Is it Todoroki?
It's not Todoroki.
It's Momo.
It's not Momo either.
Is it Sue?
Oh no! What's his name? The guy
with the
little
grapes
balls of hair. Yeah, him.
I hate that guy.
Dude, he's the best.
He's the best character.
No, he's the worst.
No, Theory, you're missing out. He's the best.
Brago, who is it?
Who are we talking about? Mineta?
Mineta trash, man.
Not bro. I mean,
the best character is the Invisibility Girl.
Exactly. I don't even have like the characters are so.
Who is the character you like the most?
I like Todoroki.
I said to you, Brago, that out of most of the characters, he's had the most development so far in terms of like a character.
Yeah,
but he's not my favorite. My favorite for a little while when it was just getting started was All Might because he was pretty cool.
Dude, All Might.
But then when I met like All for One, for example, I think All for One might take it.
I think Shigaraki is cool. I like obviously Mineta. I don't know. Bakugo is kind of misunderstood. Kind of annoying, but he's missing.
He's really. I don't know. Like when I watched it, I was like, "Why is he so angry all the time?"
Because that's his character, bro.
Bro, how do you guys even remember these people's names? I don't remember a single person's name in that entire series.
Well, I remember
neither do I.
It's so fire. How do you forget?
Yeah,
I'm just like when you guys are saying all these characters, like, oh, is that to do with the grapes or whatever?
I didn't
even know. I didn't even remember till now.
A close second place is a Razorhead as well.
Razorhead.
Oh yeah,
Razorhead's sick.
But other than that,
how could I forget about Stain as well? The hero Stain.
Other than those three, not many of the characters stand out to me.
Do you guys remember what the teacher's name was? The dude who can like cancel out your
sleeping bag guy.
That's a Razorhead.
Razorhead. All right, cool.
Yeah, Aizawa.
Razorhead.
Thank you.
We call other actors like the sleeping bag guy.
Yeah. He's just sleeping.
You guys like what's his name? Endeavor.
He's an idiot, but like as a character, he's well written.
Yeah, like he plays his part well.
He's a dick. He's a dick. And it's like Stain, the hero Stain. You guys think about Stain?
I think like his ideology
Stain is so whack.
Wow.
Like, oh my god, he's this notorious villain, and he got beat by like super rookies, like super like I don't mean like One Piece super rookies. I mean like they're so rookie that they're like there's
gaining at the academy.
Different standard.
Right?
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah. We saw that he lost on purpose, though.
Get out! That's such a cop out.
He did.
Oh man, I was just training up the heroes that I want all the other villains to kill. No, bro, I don't like it.
The only reason why they got out of that was because of Deku, bro.
Yeah, I hate Deku.
When he was really
hate the main character.
Listen. I don't hate him, but I don't like him.
Okay.
He's the. Oh my god.
Listen. When a guy who has not had much development gets tussled with by a big muscly dude and pulls out one of the biggest assholes I've seen in any series, 1,000,000% punch,
dude,
or whatever it was called. Like, oh my god.
Not an at all, bro. It made so much sense. He had to go above and beyond his limit.
You're trolling me. You're trolling me so.
We know what that was, though. We know what that was.
I already discussed.
Spoiler alert! I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Wait, you haven't caught up to
I'm not caught up either, but I'm like kind of like.
Well, it's not spoiler alert. It's nothing great. I can tell you that.
No, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Don't worry. It's all right.
Especially the moment. The moment was perfect too.
Yo,
the who?
When he does the 1 million, bro.
What?
Bro,
guys, you guys, just because there's loads of digits right, on your screen, it doesn't mean it's worth that much. Like you're getting sold like fake jewelry. That's what's happening to you. Like just because it looks
fake jewelry
is expensive.
Nah.
I don't know, Theory.
What if you guys
What
read
about
the-
You're coming off like you just mad Toriko ended, bro. That's how.
It was also that was also
he's
probably
mad. He's mad.
also
Naruto.
probably a fact.
Is Toriko actually over?
I'm still salty about Naruto now.
No, Naruto was bad when it ended, but
Well, there's what is it? Boruto anime coming next year, right?
Yeah,
spring.
Yeah. You guys gonna be checking that out or no?
definitely.
I'll give it a 3-episode rule. If
I'm
it's
gonna-
How
not
the fuck
good,
are people still interested in Naruto, bro? I don't get it.
Bro, it's Naruto.
You grew up on it, bro.
Exactly.
No, I
It's
didn't.
Naruto.
I watched the
want-
entire series in 2 weeks and I never went back or did anything.
I also
like it.
Also, since we're still on stream, I want to say I don't like Bakugo. I don't like most of the kids, like that frog girl. The only
You don't like Sue?
Sue?
You don't like Sue? All right.
Sue is
I'm
what?
gonna have
Oh
to
my
stop
God.
you. I'm gonna have to stop you.
listen.
Sue is
When I
so
say-
cool.
Wait, listen. When I say I don't like, it doesn't mean I wish they were dead. No, it's just like they've not been developed enough for me to feel connected to them in any way. So that one
He's so
scene,
funny.
wait, that one
He's
scene,
hilarious.
right? The one scene where like obviously the team had split up and they went off to do separate dangerous missions, and they came back, and she felt like she couldn't do much, and she had to speak to them outside, and she got all upset. I didn't feel anything.
Yeah, I got the same thing.
I mean, but listen, bro. That was how many chapters in though?
Wait,
Like,
which series?
That was like 100 chapters in, bro.
how much of her did we see by that point? That's like
That's what I mean.
saying
That's what I mean. We've had so many chapters, and there's just too many characters to juggle. I don't like it.
I feel you
Now,
on
we're at the end of Naruto. Do you care about Tenten anymore?
that.
I don't like that aspect of Naruto either. I would prefer if Rock Lee was a monster right now, but did he get any development? No.
Yo,
Yes, he did.
Not really.
not like he should have though.
What
I
y'all
mean,
talking about?
where did we expect Rock Lee to really be? I mean,
Oh no.
everybody pretty much.
The same with Neji. Like when he went. If spoilers to anyone who's not caught up to Naruto, when he went, I didn't.
You already spoiled it.
Yeah, I realized I said it just in case. But yeah, when he went, I didn't care really.
yeah, same.
They just derped out.
I was expecting Naruto to last a lot longer than it did.
Nah, I was hoping it would end like it was quicker. Like it dragged on.
I'll say
This
this
is because you're a
I'll say
Naruto
this,
hater.
my hero definitely has the potential to become a very great series. It just hasn't reached it yet.
All right.
Yeah,
I
that's
can
fair
agree
enough.
with that.
It's
But
in
I
its
can't agree
early
with the Sue hate. Shout out to my girl Sue.
Sue is dope.
Her
Yaozu Rose
babies.
best girl though. Yaozu Rose.
Yo,
was the best girl.
Momo's
Oh,
the,
yes,
you know,
yes. Thank you. Y'all's are.
Yeah, yo, whatever her name is, weird Japanese name. She's pretty cool.
She is.
her ability is crazy.
Yeah.
She's had a lot of
I
different.
also like that guy. I forgot his name, but he has the copy. I said the copy fruit.
The copy fruit. He came from the One Piece verse.
Right. He came from the One Piece verse with the copy fruit. The copy quirk.
The copy quirk.
I thought that was dope.
Yeah, honestly, that show's just trash. Like, why don't they just have the people eat fruits?
No, what?
The One Piece fans be like, oh no.
Things One Piece fans say.
That's what I'm saying.
But what if they did the same thing with One Piece?
Why was it
episode with
Naruto
the
named
kids?
Liza?
I don't care if I've like triggered you guys in the chat, by the way, because you love my hero. But like, that's just how I feel about the series. I'm not gonna pretend. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
guys,
lie.
it's serious opinion. You gotta let him have an
Yo,
opinion.
but
I
theory,
want to
theory.
get your opinion on Kingdom. So read Kingdom. I want to see what you think about.
I'm definitely gonna read Kingdom because, as you guys are saying, if it's hype and the characters are great, I'm gonna be on that. I'm gonna love it. But you know, we'll see.
It is.
Kingdom is the
Trust me.
second best manga out right now.
Let me
Period.
ask this.
Yeah.
Let me ask this. Fruit, who's your favorite general?
Honestly, I don't remember a lot about
Really?
fucking Kingdom, to be honest. But probably Conky.
Okay. GDK.
Yep, he died.
He died.
Hey, Dan, who's your favorite?
My hero and the Naruto had killed him.
But who are you guys' favorite generals?
I mean, like
I'm not
personally
caught
for
up
me,
yet.
just because
Yeah,
the
I'm not-
hype
I
alone,
don't
just the hype alone
my-
from like his battle,
favorite-
from Mobu. Like Mobu's just like it's man. If you get to his fights, it's so
I'm
good.
caught up.
What was the name of that one dude with the creepy ass smile?
Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Creepy eyes.
Who, Oki?
Yeah. He's like one of my favorite too.
Yeah, Oki's amazing.
My favorite general is actually Toe.
Yeah, Toe. Okay.
I feel like Toe is super slept on.
Yeah, he's a beast low key.
He's exactly, and it's like he never really attained that like recognition because he was always working under person.
Yeah.
So it's like he never really
42
got
on
that.
Hunter x Hunter now. I say I'm on like episode 42 now.
There you go.
Hunter.
Oh, episode 32, dope. What?
42.
Oh, 42.
Yo, wait. You're in York, New City?
Huh?
Are you in York, New City, Steve-O?
Just got there. They like trying to get into the auction or something. And
wait. Are you watching the 2011 version?
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you just wait? I think it's like 46, 47, one of those ones. You're gonna see some crazy stuff.
York, New City was amazing.
It's great so far.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's the best arc in Hunter x Hunter still.
No.
The spiders.
No.
Hey now.
It's a close second to Chimera and
I mean, Chimera, I think the moments in Chimera arc are clearly better than York New City, but I think as a whole,
see, the thing about the Chimera
enjoyable.
arc is that they overused the Legend of the Martial Arts OST.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
But you have to remember, it costs a lot to get an orchestra to make
It's
a
true.
customized track.
Yeah. It was a good OST though. It was a good OST.
But
Chimera and Arc.
Yorkner is definitely great.
Chimera and Arc was good. It was great, man. It was great.
See, that's what I mean. And look at that. That's man, I'm triggered already.
Brago.
You guys think I need two hands to pray? But how much you enjoying Hunter x Hunter so far?
Huh?
How much you enjoying Hunter x Hunter so far?
Oh, I'm loving it.
Right, and you're 42 episodes in. And I remember by the time you reach Yorkner, you've already developed Leorio, Kurapika. You're just about to develop him even further. Gon, Killua. You know what I mean? Wait, exactly. The fact that you've got that little and you have that much time to develop them is way better than juggling 30.
Nah, but the thing about Hunter x Hunter that is a huge flaw in my opinion is that they developed some of the characters and then they just fucking threw them in the toilet and never did anything with them again. Like Leorio was one of my favorite characters and he's not even in the series at all.
Yeah, but he's coming back this arc, but obviously it's just not written.
But here's the thing though, Theory. What if in Hunter x Hunter they were started at a school or something? They would have to develop multiple characters, but the setting is different.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't like the setting of heroes and stuff. Sure, is nice, but I didn't mind the school at first with however many students there are in their class. Okay, that's a nice number. For instance, the Genin in Naruto. That's a nice round number. You can develop them pretty decently. Yeah. Then he added a second class, a whole bunch of teachers, then another school, and then all the villains. It was in such a quick amount of time.
Of people that were added. I don't agree. There's a bunch of people that came in.
There's just if it was let's say we're 300 chapters in, and then we had this school tournament, that would be crazy because we'd know so much more about their abilities. We'd know so much more about the characters. So when they actually fight these people,
yeah, that's true.
It would be more intense. What was it?
So how far along
in
is My Hero Academia?
In the tuning exams, when Gara, for example, for Rock Lee, we didn't really know much about Rock Lee, but because we'd seen so much of the other characters and the levels they were at, the Rock Lee versus Gara fight stands out because there were these people that came out of nowhere but were so powerful.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know. It's a hard comparison. I don't know how to get it across.
You know who my favorite character was in Naruto before the time skip? It was
did you start reading or watching Naruto though?
What?
The Theory, were you watching Naruto at first or reading it?
I was watching it, but I have gone back and read, yeah.
Right, but it's watching Boku no Hero. I mean, I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, watching it was a lot of fun.
It was great watching it. So I think as it goes on and people start watching it, I think it may give the same feeling, especially with a lot of the stuff that's coming. I mean, that's about to be
Rago. Someone was talking about One Punch Man. That's a good show to watch. I don't know how it is to read.
Yes, I'm not reading.
I'm not reading it. Reading it is kind of just when he does those big feats, you kind of jaw drops a little. But whereas if you watch it, your jaw drops and your eyes like blaze wide open.
Yeah,
you're
and
like,
the
"Whoa."
animation. I just love animes that have like good animation quality.
That's what I'm saying.
And the comedy too, and it's funny. The
Yeah,
comedy
yeah.
hits.
Yeah,
That's like
because you can't laugh at a manga
aspects
panel the same way in like an anime episode.
yeah,
all these
exactly.
aspects bring me to a point, guys. You guys should all watch Keijo. Like all of these
Yeah,
aspects.
Keijo's jokes.
Yeah, it just
I've
brings
been seeing a lot of thumbnails
animation,
about Keijo.
story. Yeah.
Really?
Wait, is that the shit with the fucking girls and the fucking?
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's the one where
yes,
it's the one where they slap each other with provocative
Yeah,
body
if you
parts.
watch that show, you need to just fucking kill yourself.
No, Frug, it's a great show. I'm telling
Don't
you.
take it seriously though.
Well, I'm gonna go on to Crunchy. I'm gonna go on Crunchyroll right now. Look at Keijo reviews, and there's Froob KYS.
Yeah, the first one, top comment.
No, but like seriously, like what the fuck were they thinking when they made that fucking show? Like,
Bro, you don't even understand.
just for young.
Animation is so good.
Well,
Like, they
Froob,
put so
there's a
much
Dead or
money into
Alive.
it.
There's the fighting game Dead or Alive. There's a spin-off which is essentially Keijo.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
It's for young boys, man.
if you're gonna watch Keijo, you might as well just fucking watch hentai. Like, what the fuck?
At the same time, yeah.
At the,
The thing
at
is,
the
like,
same
I don't watch animes to jerk off. I watch animes to fucking the story and shit. Like,
yeah, exactly. I'm
I
with you on
do
that.
sometimes.
People act. There we go. Like the stream, people.
Sometimes.
Yep.
Nice ending.
Only on Saturdays.